Alright, so we're back and we're moving on to the socks. Actually, a very important part because I went through almost my entire half marathon training wearing the wrong socks and getting blisters. So why don't we go ahead and look at these socks here and tell me what they do.
So I said that the shoes are the most important piece of equipment. The sock is a very, very close second, because if you think about it, both of those are on your feet. You're going to be on your feet for X amount of miles. You really want your feet to be treated well. So the thing to think about with the socks is that they're not cotton. Cotton, in some research, has been shown to hold about 10 times more moisture than the synthetic socks. So what's a synthetic material? Coolmax polyester, nylon, rayon, even some spandex lycra in the sock is important. So really, Coolmax is kind of a catch-all phrase that you hear, but it's like a polyester type of material. So that would be in the sock, and then also too, if you can find a sock that actually has some kind of spandex in the middle, that actually helps to kind of wrap around the mid part of your foot.
Yeah, they actually do feel like they're like hugging your feet.
And if you've ever had a pair of cotton socks that starts to get a little bit of moisture in it, they start to get real loose because they don't have that elasticity that the spandex and lycra have to help hold your foot. So, and then also, these socks will take the moisture from your foot, will bring it out to the sock, and then evaporate it into the air. Now, I know you're probably saying, yeah, down here in southeast Louisiana, nothing is going to evaporate moisture. But if you think about where you maybe were with the cotton sock and how much moisture it holds, you're going to be a lot better off with a synthetic sock. So, and you can actually see too, I don't know if you can see this, you can see some of the mesh up at the top. You can see my fingers that are kind of through the sock. Most of them are going to be a little bit thinner up top. You don't need a lot of bulk up top, and there's a little bit more padding on the bottom of them, particularly the heel, and they're forefoot. And this particular sock, this is a right sock, it's got a little bit extra padding here on the forefoot and the heel. You also want that heel to sit real nice and cup your own heel. You don't want the heel to kind of come up your leg, up your Achilles, because then the sock's not fitting right, and you'll have some you could have some rubbing going on. And as far as the way it feels on your foot, that really comes down to personal preference. How the seam hits, if there is even a seam, is important. You don't want it to hit you along your toes. You also, maybe you don't want the sock to come up as high. There's varying heights, varying thicknesses. Some are thicker than others, some are thinner. So really that kind of depends.
Right. Which a pair that I got, I think it's a right sock, but they just come a little bit lower, and you see it'll sit right on top of my shoe, so it doesn't get lost in my shoe either. So, but it still has the same structure to it with the cushioning, and it hugs my foot right there as well. So.
And really socks too can kind of be an inexpensive hit and miss. You may get a pair and try them out, and then they may not work. And so then what you do is then you look at another pair, maybe one that was similar, and see if that one fits. So, so socks are important.